What's going on, fellas? So today I'm going to be talking about this book and how this book right here was one of the first things to put me on to semen retention. And I'm going to be talking about my experience on semen retention because I've been on a streak once again, and my previous longest streak was over 100 days, but this one has been probably over a month. It's been probably around 40 to 50 days, around there, right? 40 to 50 days. I'm not counting exactly, but it's around there, okay? And I've made a video on this before because my biggest video on this channel is about semen retention, right? In the book Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill talks about sexual transmutation, and I'm going to be talking about my experience and answering some questions. Do women flock? Do women run at you and all of a sudden you walk into the store and women are just on their knees ready to go? Well, I'm going to share my thoughts and my opinions and my experiences, and I'm going to let you guys decide for yourself, right? Because I've seen some changes recently. Not huge changes, but I think there's multiple factors, right? I think it goes deep. I don't think it's just the fact that you retain, right? Because a lot of guys, they retain and they believe that all of a sudden it's supposed to be some magical superpower, right? So as far as attention from women, do you get more attention from women? I mean, I have, but I don't think it's exactly just because I'm retaining, right? I think it's several things that ties back into retention, okay? So attention from women, has it gone up? Yes, okay? I walk into the gym, more women are looking at me. Walk into the store, more women are looking at me. I got women sending me their coochie on Instagram DMs, right? I went on a flight the other day and I had a cougar filling up on me, literally like probably one of your mothers, right? Probably one of you. She was like a good 45 to 50, right? I was kind of contemplating. I was like, should I crack that, right? Because she was really choosing really hard. But maybe a couple years before, that's a little pushing, right? Like the most I've done is 35 years old, or I don't remember, 34, 35. But 45, 50, that might be pushing it, But has the attention gone up? Yes. Okay. But here's the thing, right? Because a lot of guys might hear that and they might say, oh, okay, so if I just retain, all of a sudden the attention from women will go up. No, that's not how it works. Okay. I've retained and I've done what this book talks about, right? Sexual transmutation. And what that means is what most guys do is they beat their meat all day, right? Just busting gallons all over the place, right? Or even with your girl, right? Or even with your girl or with women, right? You beat down some cheeks and you bust all over them, right? But when you are constantly letting go of all your energy, just like that, just depleting yourself of your life force energy. I say this plenty of times and I'll say it again. The only thing that can create life on this earth is what? Is your seed, right? So when you're constantly depleting yourself, you don't have the vigor and the energy that you would have if you were to retain it, because your mind thinks that this guy needs to complete the mission, right? The sole purpose, the one thing that we're here on this earth to complete, which is what? To reproduce, right? So is it the fact that I'm retaining? No, it's the fact that I've retained and I've gained that energy and I've put it into things such as improving my physique, right? For example, putting that energy into dieting, making sure that I'm consistent, right? I've been consistent for probably 45 to 50 days, right? It's the same amount of time that I've been retaining. I've been consistent with the gym. I've been consistent with, dieting. So as that time goes by, not only am I full of energy, but I also believe that my skin has improved, right? I believe that my hair looks more healthy. And I think it's because of the nutrients that, your seed carries. And so that energy, instead of being depleted on a woman, right? Just letting it go on a woman, right? I'm using that energy and channeling it into myself, channeling it into things that will improve me. So has the attention from women gone up? Yes, but it's because of the fact that, I've gone on a cut. I can see my abs now. My face is getting more chiseled, more defined. So these things are the reasons why the attention goes up. I don't think it's necessarily because I'm just retaining, and some guys say women can smell semen retention on you. Yeah, right. She could just go, "Oh my goodness, that guy right there has a lot of semen in his balls. Oh yeah, that guy. Oh, that guy right there. No, he seems kind of depleted." No, it's not like that. Okay? It's the fact that, you've taken this energy and you've put it into something that's going to better yourself, whether that's finances, whether that's physical, like physique improvements, whether it's mental improvements, whether it's into your YouTube channel, whatever the case may be, right? That's the whole point of semen retention, because guys will say, "Oh, I haven't seen any improvements." But I spoke to this one guy one time, and maybe some of you guys can relate, because I spoke to this one guy one time and he told me, "I haven't seen any improvements." And I said, "Okay, interesting. Well, what's your sleep schedule like?" "Oh, I sleep like 2 hours a day." "Huh. What is your diet like?" "Oh, I eat soup and bread." "And that's it?" "Yeah, that's it." How the fuck do you expect your semen to all of a sudden just make up for all these things that you're lacking for? You don't sleep, you don't eat right, and you just expect this to be like some type of hack? If this was a hack like that and you didn't need to have food or sleep, I think everyone would be on it by now, right? I think even I'd stop eating, I'd stop sleeping, I'd be like, shit, I'm gonna just start retaining. That's not how it works, okay? You have to retain. You have to take that energy and put it into things such as working out. You got to make sure that you rest and you recover, because you're not going to have energy no matter how much you retain if you don't sleep. Your body needs time to sleep, because you have 24 hours in a day, right? Do you really think that your body's going to be functioning at full capacity if you're just going for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? No, it needs time to recuperate from all the stress that you put it through the day, whether it's just walking, whether it's working, whether it's working out. You're putting your body through strenuous things, and so your body needs time to go to sleep and then wake up rejuvenated and refreshed, okay? So you take the energy that you gain from retaining, but you also pair it with a better sleep schedule, and you also pair it with a better diet plan, okay? And if you need help, I've seen my abs in 30 days. That's what it takes, okay? If you're obese, obviously it's going to take a little longer, but if you just have a gut, if you just have a belly like I did, then it could take you 30 days. And if you need help with that, just shoot me a DM on Instagram at Optimal Man Coaching, okay? Because I can help get you there quicker than you think, okay? But here's the thing. Don't think that semen retention is just going to be this magic cure and women are going to start running at you, right? Obviously, I've done some work on myself to where I've become a much more attractive version of myself than I was in the past. When I was younger, I wasn't as attractive as I am today. But it's not just semen retention. It's the things that I've worked on, right? Several things that I've put time and effort into improving. So, should you retain? I believe so. I believe you should try it out. I believe every man should try it out at some point in his life. I believe that every man should know what it feels like to be able to have the discipline, to be able to have the focus and the clarity that comes with being on semen retention, which I also believe is a big part why, attention from women goes up. Because when you're focused on women, you're walking into the gym, you're looking around, looking at women, right? You go into the store, you're looking around, looking at women. That comes from you not having control over that lust, not having control over that desire of wanting to, just release, right? But when you can gain control over that and master it, right? Like I've gained control over that ability to just say no and bypass, right? Does that mean that I have no sex drive? Of course not. Of course, when I see a fine ass chick, I'm still trying to hit that. I'm still trying to fuck. But is it uncontrollable? No, it's very controlled, right? If I decide I'm gonna go talk to her and I'm gonna, you know, do what I do, then guess what? It's very controlled. And I'm taking that energy and I'm directing it at her, which, makes the process a lot better, because when you are uncontrollable with it, you're not going to be getting the same type of attention that you would if you were a man who was focused on his mission. Because when a man is uncontrollably horny, that signals several things to a woman. You have no self-control. Second of all, you probably get no ass, right? Because would a man who gets ass be chasing after her? Would a man who gets, ass be pressing her to go on a date so bad, so bad? Like, no. That man would just be laid back, chill, focused, because he's doing whatever he's doing. And, he's extended the invitation to go on a date with him and invited her into his life, but he's still focused on what he's doing. You know what I mean? So you should try semen retention. Try it out, okay? And I'm not saying try it out, right? Let's remove that word try, because men will take this word, I'm going to try, right? When you say something like that, I'm going to try, what you're doing is you're giving yourself an excuse to fail. Well, I tried. No, you didn't. Say, I'm going to do semen retention for an X amount of days. And if you can't do that, that is a way bigger problem than you think. That is a way bigger problem than you think. If you say, I'm going to go on semen retention for 30 days and you can't carry through with that, how do you think you're going to reach any of your goals? How do you think you're going to accomplish anything in life? If you can't even, the strongest urge that we feel is that sexual urge. When you feel that sexual urge, you're willing to do anything, right? But most guys nowadays, they don't know how to go talk to women, so they can't control it. It's still a strong urge, but what they do is they just open up the phone and do the easy route, right? They just start watching another man beating down some cheeks when he could be doing it, okay? But understand that that's one of the strongest urges. If you can master and conquer that urge to where you have full control over it and it doesn't have control over you like it does most of the average men, right? Understand that you become a whole different man. You become a powerful man. You become the type of man who can accomplish anything in life. You become the type of man who can accomplish any goal that he sets out for himself. Because when you set out a goal, there's going to be times when you get that impulsive urge to, deviate from the path, to not stick to the goal, to not stick to the mission and commit 100%, right? So if you can't even conquer the urge of beating your dick, how do you think you're going to get past those mental blocks and those moments where you feel like quitting? When you start a YouTube channel, it's not going well, you feel like quitting. You're going to quit, right? You're not going to be consistent because you haven't mastered your mind. I believe that when you master your sexual urges, you master your mind. Because a man who cannot control his lust is a man who is going to be doomed, because his lust is going to take him places that, he doesn't even know, because he's not thinking clearly. He's not thinking with his mind. And so when you go into the gym, when you go into the store and you're focused on whatever it is that you're there to do, right? The attention from women is going to go up because they're so used to men being uncontrollably horny to where they're, commented on their stories and, oh my God, you're so beautiful, baby. Or like commented on their posts, oh my, wow, you are amazing. Wow, you're so beautiful. Or like they go out into the store, every man's just gawking over them. Or they go to the gym and they're just trying to work out and do whatever it is they're doing, but every man just keeps just staring at them like uncontrollably, right? But when you're the type of man who is on semen retention, you've been working on yourself, you've been getting shredded, you've been working on your diet, so you have high energy, your testosterone is doing good, right? Your skin is glowing, your hair is looking good, you're becoming the most attractive version of yourself. And then on top of that, you walk into these places and you're just there, right? You're in there, you're just getting a workout and you're just, focused on you. Focused on you. These women are going to be like, who is this guy? Right? It's going to spark some curiosity in her brain to where she's like, who is this man? Right? He's handsome. He's attractive. He smells good. He just walked past me. He smells good as fuck. Who is that guy? Right? And he's not over here staring at me. He's not gawking over me like all these other weird perverts. Right? So try it out. No, don't try it out. Do it, okay? Yes, do it. Do it for 30 days. Can you do it? I mean, you can. That's where positive and negative self-talk comes into play, right? I just asked you, can you do it? Some of you guys will say, I can't. No, I can't do it for 30 days. You are a weak man. You are a weak man because you give yourself negative self-talk, telling yourself you can't do something. As a matter of fact, you can do it. It's just, are you willing to? See, your willpower has to be strong. In order to achieve anything in life, you have to have strong willpower, okay? And you develop your willpower through practice, through exercising your willpower, taking action on it. So when I ask you that, can you do it for 30 days? The strong men will say, yes, and I will. Even if they're overcome by that lust at this moment, because they understand the power of the mind. They understand that, yes, I can do whatever I set my mind to. Even if I'm in a losing position right now, I can do that. And I will. I'll start today. Right after I finish this video, I will put down the videos. I will stop touching myself like a loser. And I will stop depleting myself of my energy. Even if I crack down on some shorty, even if I crush some shorty, guess what? I'm still going to be locked in. Okay? That man is going to make things happen. Okay? So if you want to get more attention from women, like I said on the airplane, I'm telling you, walked into the airplane looking clean, looking crispy, and this flight attendant, she's over here joking with me, right? At first, she's just saying how my shoes look so nice, and she takes off her shoe and acts like she's about to put it in my shoe because I had my shoes off, right? And she acts like she's about to put on my shoe. And she was like, those are some really nice shoes. I was like, oh, thank you, right? She's like, I might have to steal them. I was like, I might have to charge you for them, right? I'm just joking around, right? She's being a little extra friendly, but I'm telling you, this is a cougar. This is a seasoned woman, right? This is a seasoned cougar. And then later on, I asked her for some shit, right? I asked her for a Coke because I wanted to drink something, bro. I've been on the flight. I'm parched. I usually don't drink soda, but I'm like, hey, excuse me, can I get a Coke, right? And she comes over and she's like this, literally rubbing on my arm. She's like, what was that? What was that, huh? Oh, no, I'm sorry. We can't really do it. Right? Like, my mom was sitting right next to me, and she was like, damn, she's rubbing on you like she's rubbing on a genie lamp, right? And then towards the end, I already saw this coming from a mile away. Because all the signs, right? When a woman is trying to show you that she's into you, she's going to touch you. She's going to make jokes that she wouldn't normally do with someone else, right? Would she do that with someone that she's not attracted to? No. But I already saw it coming, right? I was like, I bet you when I walk off this plane, she's going to say something. I could just see it. I already know these women. I have experience. And so as I'm walking down the aisle to get off the plane, right, I look at her. And was she ugly? No, she was decent looking. Like I said, if she was a couple years earlier in her prime, maybe I would have crushed that. I would have gave her what she wanted, right? But, it might be a little out of my range. And so as I'm walking off the plane, she's like, I was like, thank you, have a good night. And she was like, oh, have a good night. And she's like, sexy, all of this, right? So I don't know. You guys tell me, is that semen retention? I think that, semen retention is the foundation, the basis. right? And then on top of that is all the other things that you have to build. So it's not just the fact that I'm retaining. Retention is the baseline. That means that I have more focus. That means that I have more energy to then put into my other goals and other areas of life that need improvement. And that energy improves those areas, which in turn gets women more attracted to you, gets women to start focusing more on you. So the baseline is semen retention, meaning I have more energy to attack all these other things. I have more focus. I have more clarity to then build upon that, which is working on my physique, working on my finances, working on my mental, working on my YouTube, working on all these things, right? But when your baseline is depleted, you're just depleting yourself all the time, then what do you think all these other things are going to be? Just lackluster effort, and you're just going to be, scatterbrained all over the place. You can't fucking focus. All right? So do semen retention, 30 days, accept this challenge right now, and, choose to be a strong man. Don't be a weak man. Don't be the type of man that clicks off this video and says, "Oh, I can't do it." Don't be that guy, all right? Like the video, leave a comment down below sharing your experiences. Let other people in the comments know what your experience is with semen retention. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.